Good morning, good night, good afternoon. It's your boy D.MasterFlex here, and it's good to see you all again. It's been, what, 2 months, I think? Probably even longer by the time I finish editing this video, and I apologize for that, but I've been grinding Fallout 76 new scoreboard, and I'm already done with it, so I'm just gonna hop on Fallout 4 and finish some runs I have. I have like 3 in the vault right now, so hopefully I can get that done. Vaults, pun intended, because we're in a vault right now. But hey, welcome to Fallout 4 with only my fist. I hope you enjoy. You don't know how refreshing it is to go through the intro and being able to actually kill those damn rad roaches. Oh, it's therapeutic. Heading straight to Sanctuary and ignoring Codsworth, we scrap everything in the vicinity, only to build some generators and some water purifiers. Why? Well, that's a surprise tool for later. After beating up some wildlife, and a dog I find myself in Concord. Well, I guess let's deal with the Minutemen right now. Unfortunately, doing this on very hard difficulty doesn't really help me out. But at the same time, it's my crunch because I'd rather not play survival, right? Doing this on survival would have been a lot harder, and I want to give myself a challenge, but not survival challenge. So I'm just going to keep it on very hard. Surprise, surprise, I actually ended up dying. Beat the hell out of me with a shotgun. Going to talk with Preston Sturgis, I reached the dilemma of, should I allow myself to use power armor? And the answer is, wait for it, yes. Of course I'm going to use power armor. What do you expect me to do? I'm going to use... Okay, I'm not going to use power armor for the whole playthrough, alright? Don't worry about that. But I will use it in very specific areas if I'm going against a sentry bot or if I just, I won't use it for the whole playthrough, alright? Taking out the raiders, I'm immediately grabbed by the death claw. And, okay, I'm gonna count this, alright? Just watch. Look at this! What happened? Why is he flying? Why is he flying? And he just dies! Oh my god, this game is amazing. Going back inside, I'm able to get my reward from Preston, tell them I'm going to meet them back at Sanctuary, and completely ignore that, and go straight to Diamond City, just to get distracted halfway through, well, not even halfway through, partly through, by Wolfgang and Trudy. Due to the nuisance Wolfgang is in Fallout 3, I take his life, and I take Simone's as penance. Alright, back to walking. Outside of the city, I'm able to find a dead Diamond City guard, which has some good Empire outfit, which I immediately sell later on, so don't expect me to wear it for a while. Making my way to the front door, I shut Piper up and walk my way in. Sell a bunch of stuff to Percy and fast travel back to Sanctuary. I gotta do the Sturgis mission real quick and then yada yada yada. I end up giving them the basic needs, some food, bed, defenses, whatever they need. Going on another side quest, we go to Hubris Comics. Hubris Comics. You don't know how many times I've tried to say that word and how to reset this voice. So, I'm not even gonna bother resetting it. Anyways, Hubris Comics. I said that right. We're going in there just so we can get the Grognak's outfit, which gives a +2 to strength. And you can have, arm guards and leg guards. You can have a chest piece on it, which doesn't really make sense in my opinion, but at the same time, who cares? Heading back to Diamond City, I start Diamond City Blues. There's a lot of setup in this run, and that's because I don't want to risk anything. I don't want it to be a slog. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my time. I want to enjoy myself, alright? And I do end up enjoying myself on this run. Watching Paul get his ass handed to him, I end up going outside, talk to him, we end up coming back inside, and we kill Cook. Nice. Before going to collect the chems, I decided to turn in some side quests that I had kind of brewing in the background, which is the main Diamond City quest lines. Not even quest lines, just quests. Each of them have one quest. I'm surprised Arturo didn't have a quest. I mean, you could have just gotten a gun from that guy, it would have been cool, but hey, whatever. Finally gained back on track, or at least the side quest track. We're able to go to the deal and confront them. Only to die. Because, they have bullets and I have my fist. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm known to brute force things when needed. I am not a smart man, so brute forcing things is my go-to. Taking out Trish, I'm finally able to go collect all the chems. And Paul died in the background, I don't know how. Ignoring his death, we're gonna go back on track and go down the subway station so we can go pick up Nick Valentine. I go in swinging straight away purely because, well, there's nothing else I can do, obviously. And here comes my first challenge of the run, that being how squishy I am. I am so very squishy, and to counteract that, I'm gonna have to level up. But the problem is, the more I level up, the more dangerous they get and the more damage they do. So, it's kind of a slippery slope if you think about it. Finally making my way into the vault, I'm able to fight my way through. Though something I should have spoken about later is going in third person and doing power attacks will occasionally trigger a animation in play. That being one like that, damn. And then like other ones. There's also sneak attack animations that you do if you power attack, but I never did that. I didn't bother to sneak, which could have been better this playthrough if I actually snuck around, but that's not my playstyle. That's not my place now. Grabbing the bobblehead and talking to Nick, we're able to leave this place. Well, at least not without a fight. Making our way to Skinny Malone. Of course, I'm not going to choose the peaceful option, alright? Now, I'm not that type of guy, especially when it comes to Skinny. Skinny, that name's ironic because I'm putting hands on him. That didn't make sense. Unfortunately, upon exiting the area, Nick Valentine decided not to speak to me. I guess he was giving me the silent treatment for killing Nikki, but whatever. After reloading my game multiple times, Nick Valentine finally gives me my damn interview. Instead of waiting for Nick to walk all the way over there, I decided to just grab the key while I'm at it. And then I walk straight into the building because you don't need to wait for Nick to get all the way over there. You can just grab the key and then go back and open it. You don't need to wait for Nick. This longest time I thought I had to, but no, apparently you can just do that. After picking up some cigars I found on the ground, Nikki tells me that dog meat can help us out. Here's another thing I discovered. As long as you show the cigar to dog meat and go to Fort Hagen and go in like the door, you don't have to wait for dog meat to show up. You can just go in there and then dismiss him. Problem is, I forgot to give the cigar to dog meat, so I had to go back and grab him. All that just for me to get distracted on my way to dog meat and end up doing this Miniman side quest up until the castle. So if you're wondering later on why I have the Miniman ready for everything, just know I got sidetracked again. Okay, finally getting back on track, I wear some power armor to enter Fort Hagen, barely because the synths have a high damage resistance, and I don't do enough damage to counteract that. So, wearing power armor kind of counteracts it in a way that I'm able to do a solid amount of damage. Though there are certain synths inside that, are higher damage resistance, like the synth leaders, I think they're called. But don't worry, I don't wear the power armor for the Kellogg fight, I only wear it to get through the area. The synths don't really do a lot of damage to me. The main problem are the turrets on the, or like the rooftop turrets, what are they called? The roof sentries? Whatever they are. The little zappy bastards. They do a lot of damage to me. Well, specifically one of them does a lot of damage to me. It's the one right outside of Kellogg's door. I don't know why, but that specific little one is like getting shot in the face with buckshot. Like, I don't know why it does so much damage to me. Letting Kellogg monologue for a little bit, I threatened his life and then proceed to take his life by beating the absolute shit out of him. Killing Kellogg wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, specifically compared to the synths on the way there, because they surprisingly did more damage to me than he did. Shoving Kellogg into a corner, I'm finally able to kill him, though it takes a bit. After going through Kellogg's terminal, I'm finally able to head outside and watch the Brotherhood of Steel aura farm.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I'm stroking my dick right now. I'm stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Heading back to Valentine's detective agency, I'm able to talk to Piper and Nick about killing Kellogg, or the fact that I just killed Kellogg and how I have to go through the most boring part of the main storyline, which involves Good Neighbor talking to Dr. Amari and shoving myself into Nick's brain, which is an interesting concept, though the way they did it isn't that good. Or at least it's fine, but it gets repetitive after the first playthrough. Finally escaping the hell that was that sequence, I'm able to talk to Dr. Amari and punch Nick on my way out. Finally heading to the glowing sea, I get jumped immediately by everything!
Shit! Step off! Step off! Shit! They jumping me! They jumping me!
On the bright side, I do get to see two rat scorpions fight it out, though they immediately jump me right after. Making it to the crater where the children of Adam are satiated at? Satiated at? That's not even a word. Ignoring the fact I can't speak, a random scorpion decided to show up, only to get ganged up on. And for once, it isn't me, so I'm happy. Running past the death claw outside of Virgil's cave, and able to tell him that I need to go inside of the Institute to find my son, only for him to tell me I gotta go get a Corsa chip and get it decrypted so I can be able to go into the Institute. Giving you guys a quick update on my water purifiers, here we go. There's a lot. Heading into the building that has the Corsa inside of it, I'm able to run past every gunner possible, because if I don't, then I'm gonna die. If I do fight them, then I'm not gonna be able to kill most of them, and I'm gonna die. So to save my process of dying, I'm not gonna fight. So running past all of them is probably gonna be the best bet I have here. After running past all of them and making it to the Corsa, I picked up the Green Tech Genetics password, just because I want to see what happens if I open the doors for the synth, and I'm gonna let it play out so you can see it as well.
Your little adventure is over. It's time to go home.
Please, you don't have to do this.
Relax. You won't feel a thing. K198. Recall code.
I'm begging you,
Stratus.
don't do this.
Are you here for the synth?
Yeah.
After killing the Corsair and picking up the chip in his head, I gotta go talk to the railroad now. Entering the old church, I'm able to fight off some ghouls, fight for my life yet again, because for some reason, this playthrough, everything wants to kill me. Once in my life, I decided to use my brain and guess the railroad password. After going through the complex step that was guessing the password, I got interrogated by Desdemona, only for her to immediately let me inside after telling her I have a Corsair chip. Riding over to pick up whatever's not knelt down, I'm able to go back to Desdemona and wait a total of 3 fucking minutes for her to finish speaking, just so I can give her the chip and wait for Tinker Tob Tinker Tom to decode it. I can't speak for Jack. Heading back to Virgil, I'm able to tell him I got the chip decoded, and he tells me that I gotta go find someone to help me get inside, which is between the Railroad, the Minutemen, and the Brotherhood. And I already did all the Minutemen stuff, so let's go with them. Heading to the castle, I'm able to talk to Preston, who's right outside, about the teleporter. Though I have to help him with this first. Now that I think about it, I don't think I actually had to take over the castle. I think I could have just built a teleporter and I would have been fine. Clearing out the Mirelurks, eventually the Queen's gonna show up, and I have to rely on both Preston and the unkillable Minutemen, because I'm Fist. I have my fist. Alright, I'm not going to do a lot of damage, so I'm just going to have to wait for these guys to keep getting back up and shooting. Eventually, the Queen does die, so I do whatever's left of the castle, and I'm able to head to Sanctuary so I can build the teleporter. Talking to Sturgis, I'm able to give them schematics, which causes me to have to build the thing, which I don't have the parts for, so I got to go to a military checkpoint to pick up one of the things I need. Then I could go back, talk to Sturgis again, and now I'm able to teleport into the Institute. After waiting for the elevator to get down here, I'm able to go to Sean, yell at him for a bit, and then beat the shit out of Father. Putting back my save, I tell him I'll join the Institute and do whatever the hell he wants me to do. He immediately sends me to talk to these 4 chucklefucks, which annoys the hell out of me, but hey, whatever. Going back to Father, he's able to tell me that I gotta go meet up with a synth, or well, so I could go meet up with a Courser and pick up a rogue synth. Meeting up with X6, he tells me the same thing that Father did, so I just have to fight my way through some raiders. The good thing is, due to this area being how it is, I'm able to just climb up on these little, what are these things called? Ropes. Yeah, ropes. I don't know. They don't look like ropes. Or at least I'm too tired to be able to realize they look like ropes. But we're able to just skip most of it just by doing this, and we're in the room with the synth. Not wanting to fight more than I have to, I immediately use the recall code and beat the crap out of the other raiders near him. This allows X6 to teleport both of them away and leave me alone to fight the rest of the raiders, which I don't do. I just jump in the water and run for my life. Talk to Father, go to sleeping quarters I was just assigned to, talk to Father again, and time for Bunker Hill. Arriving at Bunker Hill, I meet up with the angry Courser. I don't know why this guy's such a dick to me. So a problem I had with Bunker Hill is that it was completely choppy and laggy while doing the mission, both in my recording and in gameplay, because I had something downloaded in the background and I forgot I had it, so it kind of messed up my game. And don't ask, but yeah, that happens to me a lot. Killing the railroad heavies was able to provide me the railroad coats. I think that's what it's called. These end up being sold for a lot of caps, at least I believe so, compared to most uniforms or items you're able to pick up during this mission. After using all the reset codes on the synths, I head back to Father on top of a building, which I used this weird skip thing. It was probably a lot easier if I just went through the building as normal, but I wanted to try to see if this would be faster. It kind of was, though if I didn't mess up, it probably would have been a lot shorter. Talking to Sean, we're able to have a sentimental moment, and he tells me that he's happy with the results of the mission, meaning I now have to go through the director's meeting where he tells me he's dying, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, story, blah 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 blah. Now Sean assigns me as his replacement. Now that all of that is done, it's time for mass fusion, baby! Mass fusion, you know, the quest that I always try and avoid during these challenges, which is why I usually side with the Minutemen or the Railroad. Alright, let's get this over with. Mass fusion time, motherfucker! After teleporting to the top of mass fusion, I take out the Brotherhood soldiers, level up again. Level 24, by the way, hell yeah. Pick up the elevator key and turn on the elevator itself. I'm able to go down this sequence, which is kind of annoying when you're just using your fist, because all you can do is hide behind Lady as she's being shot at, and you're being shot at as well. Though I do manage to get myself a free set of power armor, which is going to help a lot for the Sentry Bot and Assaultrons down there. Taking out more Brotherhood soldiers, I'm finally able to take the elevator, and after waiting for the airlock, I'm able to pick up the reactor core, or the Bermilium Agitator? I can't say that name. I'm just going to call it core. Now I got to fight a legendary Sentry Bot, 2 Assaultrons. You know what? Ignoring the bit that I was trying to do, why is that laser turret so powerful? I'm sorry, not even the Assaultrons were as powerful as that, and I got ganged up by 2 of them. Heading back to the lobby, I decide for the first time in a while I'm going to take out all the Brotherhood soldiers in this area, or at least all the enemies in this area, because I usually don't do that. I usually just run out and like, you know what, it's their problem, they can handle it themselves. This time I'm going to help. I'm going to help Ali out, I'm going to help the synths out, we're going to take out all the Brotherhood soldiers, and I'm going to sell everything I pick up. Back at the Institute, I'm able to talk to Fillmore, who helps me finish the Mass Fusion questline. Now I have to go talk to Father again. Talking to Father, he tells me that I got to go confront the Minutemen in front of a building because I have to go get a scientist for the Institute. And, well, I end up having to kill the Minutemen because I suck at charisma right now. Heading inside, Charisma holds me by the neck and tells me I'm pathetic yet again because I failed both speech checks. Thankfully, the Institute is able to send a synth in there, so I don't know why I needed to be here in the first place. Heading back to Father, he has me record a message for the surface so we can properly announce the Institute's existence. Though I quickly have to go to Diamond City and mess with some equipment slots, yada yada yada. speak to Father yet again back at the Institute, and now we can activate the reactor. Alright. After activating the reactor, I'm forced to go into another meeting yet again, because for some reason the Institute likes multiple meetings, which makes sense for the faction, but I'm still gonna complain because I like to complain. Anyways, now I'm told I have to go deal with the railroad, so let's go deal with those chucklenooks. And by deal with them, I mean deal with them. They weren't that hard to kill, which is surprising because I'm only using my fist, obviously. But the only one hard to kill is Gloria, or Glory. I always call her Gloria. I don't know why. Isn't that the fucking hippo from Madagascar? Gloria always ends up being the hardest one to take out because, well, she's a tank, obviously. But everyone else is pretty easy. Even Deacon, which is supposed to be a companion, he's easy to take out. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to kill Pam, but yeah. Never understood why the Institute wanted Pam destroyed. I mean, even the Brotherhood wants to have Pam, because isn't she like, crap, I don't remember Pam's lore, though it was something about how she's able to predict stuff at a high percentage rate. Which doesn't make sense that the Institute would want them destroyed, because, unless they don't know that she has the ability to do that, and she's just some random assaultron they have. I don't know, I'm reading into this too much. Heading back to talk to Father, he tells me I finally have to take care of the Brotherhood of Steel, meaning I have to talk to Dr. Lee and Rosalind about it, meaning I can go to the teleporter now, teleport to the Brotherhood base. The first Brotherhood member I run into is Proctor Quinlan, so screw that guy. Break 2 generators, well, 3 of them, I forgot to record the third one. After that, I move on to the next step, which is defending the synth while it hacks Liberty Prime, which goes pretty well, except for the fact that the synth is very weak, so it constantly dies. Oh yeah, hey, let's go to the fact that Elder Maxon decided to aura farm on me, and then crash my game. What the fuck? Unfortunately, rebooting my game, I still wasn't able to kill him. I was able to take the final judgment from him, but I ended up getting teleported away before I can beat the bricks off of him. Well, at least I can watch the Prude one get shot down. Alright, let's go watch my son die from cancer. Talking to Sean one last time, I'm able to prove that yes, I can beat Fallout 4 with only my fist. And, well, it was a hell of a ride. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry it took me so long to make this video. I think at the time of posting this, it's 2 months since my last video. I've been busy with a lot of work and a lot of stuff. Apologize, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which should probably have fun as fun. But, yeah, whatever. Probably going to be a Fallout video. It's always a Fallout video. Yeah, it's going to be a Fallout video.
Tommy! What fucking happened?